Ayo, it's Mayo, and I thought I'd share with you guys this exciting work I'm doing. Programming. You didn't see I was making sarcasm quotes because it's sarcasm. So let me start by saying there's probably like a way better way to do this, but no, I could do better. I could actually learn and not do this mess, but this is what I've got so far. So anyway, so basically I'm just copying and pasting, find and replacing. Like I said, gotta be a better way to do this. But I am a little dense at the moment. So yeah. And that's it. That's really it. I have to remember to switch between Japanese and English, of course. And then yo the why? Oh, because I pressed, because that's right. Okay, replace all. Yeah, I was actually going crazy because I was like just, all alone, like just stuck with my own thoughts, and I was going bananas. Am I recording? I mean, if I was talking to myself, that'd be cool too, but okay. Yo, do, daddy, do. So yeah, I guess I should explain why I'm doing what I'm doing. Okay, so let me figure out the words for a second. Or first, do, de, 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 place all, boop. And then just gotta new, do, place with, do. There. And now I can just, delete these. Okay. Okay, if Hibiki Shinji uses hiragana for wawiwuewo, I can use hiragana. Yeah, because that guy was giving me problems. Anyway, so previously I wrote something different. Okay, let me rephrase. I need to rephrase. So basically, I made a program that went through and said aka, find aka, cut off the a, that's ka, find e key, that's key, and that worked really great, except for one big problem I had. And that problem was, in fact, it was huge. Like, huge. There was no way that I could cut that bank down by deleting files and save space, because there's just like so few samples weren't included because of that method. So there is no loop. So basically, this is completely different, and really bad because I am not a programmer. I wish I was. That'd be pretty cool and interesting, but no. I'll finish, yeah, and then I'll well. Yay, I didn't have to toggle back and forth. Well, but now I do. Well, not well, UTAU. Place off. I don't want to include. Okay, I will. I will. Wait, yo, that was correct. Wool. Oh, man. Oh, wait, why? Okay, so what we need to do is say space UTAU and then do wool. And put a space there too. And that makes it so that it replaces all of these while leaving these intact. And we have to change this to wool, wool also. And that way, wool will be converted to wool. Well, oh, but people say wool because that's how it's written out. Will be replaced with wool. And it's their own dang fault. I don't use the wool particle at all in my lyrics, but I use wool, so you know, if they didn't do the thing they did, and then it's like, you know, not my problem. Alright, okay, delete that, shift cells up. Okay, so I'll explain. So let's refresh this. And so pressing try it initializes all this, and then pressing the other try it actually runs the script. So I originally just said if it has this, include it, and if it has this, include it. -CV, I just decided I don't need it. I don't want it. It takes up too much space. But I had initially included it because people seemed to like it being there. But then I'm like, this isn't for me. So I don't need that. And you'll see, or maybe not, maybe I messed up, but there's exactly one pair, like one line for each pair. Whereas when I was doing this before, there were like more duplicates than there were actual not duplicated stuff. Yeah, and then just here, and I'll show you the code because I'll just put a little thing there. I don't know how to get back to it. Just remember 1570. So basically, and this is awful, do not do this, I just don't know better. So these are variables set to 0, and it's like vowel, silence, a, vowel, silence, e, vowel, silence, u, vowel, silence, e, all the way down to then. And basically, walking through it, if the string includes this, and that the variable I'm kind of assigning that string poorly, incorrectly, but it works, then just plop that thing into the array that we're gonna put right here. Yeah, so that's it. And when we plop that in, we say VSA vowel silence equal 1, so that if there's another vowel silence A, which there definitely is, hibiki shinji, then it just skips over it. And that's literally it. And yes, there is a better way to do it. And no, I do not know that. I don't understand things and places and existence. If I did, I'd be a different person. A smarter one. Oh, yeah. And this is the old code I used, which was a nightmare with when you're using an UTAU that don't have the best base auto. Why do I need 60 silence files? And oh boy howdy, this one's even worse. So yeah, you can see all the verbals that it's ridiculous. Yes. But yeah, so this is basically the same thing. If the string includes ka, then with this comma here, so that it doesn't mess up and give me, you know, like the ka in the file name, and then it just picks the first one that doesn't include silent CV just because you want the voice to be consistent. And I don't really like the way silent CV sounds because it's just forceful. I don't want forceful here. We're not a forceful family. So yeah. So it picks the first ka that isn't silent CV, and then I go through and I say, okay, if it's aka, replace with ka. If it's ika, replace with ka. If it's uka, you get it. And that just basically goes all the way down. And this is going great, except for the fact that I'm so bored out of my mind. Like, so bored out of my mind. And I can't watch videos because I would slip and end up really messing up. Like, and as you may have noticed, I stopped actually doing any work so I could explain it so that I could not work on it. Yes, but going all the way down to my original VC part. And as you can see, aka, ike is just because ki is ki and not ki. Uku, eke. What I'm thinking I'm going to have to do is basically the same as above, but instead of like, oh, choose between aka, aka, ika, whatever, you will have to be like, if string includes this, if G, CGW or something, I don't know, equals 0, then okay, choose that one. If CU, I don't know, variable names, then then I would have to do a thing. Nah, I'd have to write out way more if statements because they couldn't just be like all compartmentalized and cute. Because, yeah, so that's going to be really annoying. And I probably am going to try and find a quicker way to do the mess with the VC. Yeah. So, but that's in the future. I can still have many more bad ideas. But yeah, the reason this is like this is because I didn't care about how big the bank was because I wanted to make the most complete bank to kind of make up for the fact that it was a conversion. So, and if you're already including the silent CV, that would mean like you're using a lot of space. So you can be really sloppy with where you get your samples from. But I want to, is it even, but yeah, I want to fix that up so that Huh. You know, technically I could leave it. Yeah, I technically could. I technically could. Why is this section so long? That was a silly question. I'll see if I save that, keep that the same. Cause, well, oh, yeah, I think I'll change that. I think I will. Either I won't or I will, or I won't now, but I will in the future. But yeah, I was at, I said, remember, 1570. And there it is. Woohoo! Alrighty, so this wasn't an official official UTAU video. It's just a bonus where I am bad at programming. But hey, guess what? If I'm bad at programming, but I'm still making stuff to make me happy and make my life easier, then you can too. Just if it's physically possible to make something in JavaScript, do it. Do not be like me. Do not try to learn C#, Java, just to do something you can do in JavaScript. There's stuff you can't do in JavaScript. But just poke and see if you can do it in JavaScript before you actually sit down and try to learn another language, a difficult language. And, you know, I was signing off, but I do not like Python. Like, it's something about the syntax just, like, it doesn't even look like code to me. And I know that might sound silly. I was just out of it. I was on my mini PC, and it was so stressful because for some code to work, I needed a package. Well, I'm like, okay, well, let me find the package. No, I couldn't get it from using pip. So I like poke, and I wanted to use a specific package. I think SciPy, but SciPy was broken with Python. I think it's 3.10. So I ended up installing Miniconda, and I felt like a hacker because I was using the command line. But guess what? Like, it is. I could is like is I'm sure the language is a fun and happy joy to use, but getting my computer set up for Python and then wanting to use a specific thing, so you have to get Miniconda. I don't think my computer literally had space for Anaconda. I had to go with Miniconda, and I'm grateful, but still, oh man. I mean, I enjoyed learning the C# and Java that I know, but um, it was so difficult to actually share those programs because I never figured out how to share the Java program I made. Like, I was just like, hey, here's the Java files in text format. And with C#, I was able to make like a little application window, and I messed up and I lost the source code and I couldn't fix it. But with this, like, I literally put this on my blog, yo. Well, not this program is still being written. I put the original one that's really bloated and includes all 900 extraneous samples and the -CV and all that stuff. Like, I was able to put that on my blog with like no effort. So you can just roll up to that page on my blog and click some buttons. You don't need to download anything except for the OTO file that you're OTOing, and you might have made that on your own computer. Who am I to know? I don't know. But yeah, so yeah, if anyone who is young and thinking about computers is watching this, or you're old and you're thinking about computers, I'm specifically leaving out people my own age. I'm kidding. But yeah, if you're thinking of pivoting into being a computer person, I really like the little bit of programming that I do. I really do enjoy it. Because even when you're hitting your head against the wall, something will just come to you in an epiphany and you're like, oh, unless you're way out of your depth, and at which point you just go to bed. But yeah, if you're doing something that's within your depths, like it's hard and it makes your head feel empty, but the feeling of a job well done is really awesome. And if you're going to start doing stuff, start small and start with JavaScript. Just start with JavaScript. It's got a very nice, pretty looking syntax. It's really easy comparatively, and you can share it on your browser. No extra effort on literally anyone's part, except for maybe turning off like some setting in your browser that turns off JavaScript for safety or whatever. But who knows? Anyway, yeah, I don't know how long I've been talking, but I really needed this, you guys. I love you all. Like, comment, and subscribe. And start with JavaScript. I wish I had.